Hello, welcome to Cure Disease Kuri channel. My name is Junko Shiozawa and she is my daughter Kuri. Kuri has a very serious disease called DRPLA. It causes the brain to atrophy. Inherited progressing disease. This channel's goal is to find cure for many diseases. And I want to share Challenger's life. It's great goal. Today, I'd like to introduce Amy Williford. She is the Executive Director of Communication and Donor Relations at n-Lorem Foundation. n-Lorem is a non-profit organization based in San Diego. Their mission is to provide free, personalized medicines for life to people with nano-rare diseases. My daughter, Kuri, is the second person in the world with DRPLA to receive an experimental drug from n-Lorem. We are so grateful. There are other videos of n-Lorem, so I will put the links in the description box. Amy's job is also really important, so please watch this.
Amy Williford. I do communications, donor relations, which means I work with Stan to bring in a lot of the funding that we have here at the organization, and patient advocacy. So I'm the point person for patients when they reach out to us at n-Lorem and try to give them more information. And then also recently we've started working with companies to try to do some business development to find avenues for our ASOs that we've developed to reach larger patient populations.
I think your job is very important. Yeah.
Her job is very important. So patients find us. So we don't actively go and look for patients, and so patients come to us, and so they have to be already diagnosed. And so by the time the patient families come to us, they've gone through a very long diagnostic odyssey. So they've been, unseen, unheard by the healthcare industry. They've been, largely kind of dismissed. Oftentimes they're told that there's nothing that is there for them or their family member. And so by the time the patient families find us, we're kind of their last stop.
I think we have to study, or we have to know more disease and everything. Do you agree?
I do. So when you have a child that has a genetic condition, whether it's rare, ultra rare, or even nano-rare, I think you become a student of genetics, you become a student of drug discovery and development, you become a student of the healthcare system and navigating insurance. And so the burden, the educational burden that comes upon these families is large, while they're also dealing with the disease itself. And so it's a lot that patients and their families have to learn in order to navigate the system. And so one of the goals that we had at the foundation was to provide that information to patient families, and so that they could make informed decisions about their health care and informed decisions about treatment options. And that has been kind of one of our pillars in terms of our outreach to the community, is really providing those educational resources.
And I think so maybe you have a lot of story with patient family. That's right?
I have a lot of stories. Yeah, I hear a lot of patient family stories, yes.
Do you have one? Please let me know the one story if you have.
They're all very touching. And so the patient stories that stick with me the most are the ones where we can't help them. And so, those are the patient stories that really kind of stay with me, because, we have to, oftentimes we're their last sort of like hope. And then I feel like, we're telling them, no, I'm sorry, we can't help you now. Like, we hope to be able to expand our technology in the future to help more patients. But so in terms of patient stories, those patients really stay with me. I don't want to there's so many, I feel like when I first started, we were really happy because we don't know our patients unless they identify themselves to us. So patient families come into n-Lorem through their physician, and their information is redacted. And so when we started, like patient families started reaching out to us, it was kind of like, it was a mini celebration we had here at the foundation. We're like, we found another patient. They've come out and reached out to us. And so we have their pictures on our wall here behind us. It's just a daily reminder that this is why we're here, and why we come to the office every day.
Okay. So I have a same question. 5 years later, what
Yes.
will you do?
5 years later, I hope that we are treating patients outside of the U.S. I hope that we have the resources that we can expand our lab and handle many hundreds, many more patients that we could get on treatment. My hope is that we have solved the challenges that we're facing right now in terms of funding, challenges in terms of getting institutions that will treat our patients, and challenges getting outside of the U.S. And so in 5 years, I would like to see that we have solved all of those problems.
Okay, I see. And please tell me something please look at here. Yeah.
For the patient families.
Patient family, yes.
I think, if I had to say something to the nano-rare community and our patients and our future patients, is that we are here, we come in every day with you at the top of our mind. We leave with you at the top of our mind, and we hear you, we see you. We want to be your voice, and we want to help you through this journey. And so I also want to say thank you to our patient families for entrusting us with your child and yourself.
Thank you, Amy. Because I have studied for kids medicine for a long time, your words, I can't forget the families we could not help, really touched my heart. I'm grateful that Chris is receiving a clinical trial medicine from n-Lorem. But even in just DRPLA, many patients around the world are still waiting for medicine, fighting their disease day by day. There are also many other disease families who are waiting with hope for a treatment. I hope more people learn about n-Lorem and support reaches them, and it's that leads to help for the patients. So never give up. Tomorrow will be a good day. Thank you very much for watching.